Oh, hey everyone, how you doing? Me and everyone's favorite trash panda are here today, talking about Golem. Sai, how you doing?
Y'all, you guys don't understand how ready I am to really lay into these goddamn comments. Oh, I'm holding them back right now.
What are your expectations, Sai?
I'm gonna go in with no expectations so that I can hopefully give them a slightly higher score, but I have no hope. Just seeing what I already see. So, this is and again, like we were kind of talking about it a little bit before stream. The people who created this data are typically like smaller game indie creators,
Yeah,
so this is a really big project. They might have no, they did. They bit off more than they could chew
yeah.
because why the fuck does Gollum have a full head of motherfucking hair? That is not no, no. That man is supposed to have three wisps of fucking little tufts of hair on his head, and he's over here like got Rogaine going on.
Oh
It's
god,
gonna be.
like he's looking good. He's looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the most hair I've ever seen him have, and since before he got. I mean, I don't know how much you know about the Lord of the Rings or like the world,
I
but
I've seen the films,
okay.
and that's it.
So Gollum was a hobbit.
Yeah.
So the last time he had a full head of hair was when he was before he got corrupted by the ring. So why the fuck, if this is meant to be during the same time frame as the Fellowship of the Ring, does this motherfucker have a full head of hair?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
He
Um,
also looks muscular,
yeah,
but you know what? It's just yeah. Let's just jump into this because
yeah.
holy
He
moly.
looks like he's been, not he's not some kind of gym rat, but he takes care of himself,
Yeah. You can't even tell that he lived in a cave for 500 years by himself, eating nothing but raw fish.
He's been doing some Pilates, does some
You can
squats,
tell.
a few press ups, not too many. Um,
Just every once in a while.
yeah. This game, the one thing I know about this game is that it's, well, two things I know about this game actually. One is it was delayed for like a year. So they have had a
They should
year
have delayed
longer
it a
on this
lot longer.
than they otherwise would have done. So I don't know what happened in that year, but
Well, guess
yeah,
we're gonna find out. I
yeah.
mean, the water looks pretty. Like, you know,
Let me just jot that down quickly.
yeah,
Water,
half a mark for water
pretty,
looking good.
yeah. And the other thing I know is I've told you this before is that Daedalic have the rights to another Lord of the Rings game, which I believe
Oh,
they're kind of at
fuck.
least partially into making.
That
Um,
scares me.
yeah. Welcome in Bastet as well. Thank you for being here. He thought it would be nice to have a toupee, says Bastet.
Yes.
Day off, so I'm good.
You know
Nice.
what? Bass, he's moving on up in the world, I guess.
Yeah. This is the untold story of him. When he was out on the prowl,
Yeah,
he was dating.
yeah. He's on Grinder.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but like, let's go.
It's too late now. You're in. You're contractually
Yeah,
obliged to
just
be here.
I'm
Um,
just so curious to see
Without
where this game
eyes are
puts him because again,
marbles,
it's
no
supposed to be.
darkness they see.
Oh god.
Faces look garbled.
Look at these
no
fonts, Si.
flurry they feel.
I'm
No
just a good
breath,
voice.
no cheer. Death not to fear. Time is not spent. Roses has no
It's not
scent.
great.
At nothing you can marvel without me.
Oh, it's not great. It's not a good voice. Yeah,
But
also
it
the
wasn't
fonts look like they
roses,
were
my
made
precious.
in.
Not roses, lilies. Not lilies, not roses.
I'm sorry.
Which one was it, precious?
Since when would Gollum ever draw flowers? What is happening?
Quiet.
Oh my motherfucking god, what was that?
We may provide you with a path.
Elven King in the building.
There's no hope for him, I fear. The creature is lost.
So we're not using Thranduil or...
Let's see how he responds to some light.
I mean, do we like? I think it's like you said earlier. Do we think they've not got the full rights, or they've got some of the rights? Because we can see the word Mordor is there, and obviously Golem is like everywhere and stuff. But
I want to almost guess that some of his work may be like just free for the taking. Like there might be some parts of things that you can just use without a full license, but right now the fact that it's wizard and like I didn't hear the voice, but if the wizard is meant to be Gandalf, like the fact that they couldn't call him Gandalf, I mean,
he's Gandalf the Taupe. They're allowed to do that.
Like Gandalf is like the wizard in. I mean, he's not the only wizard, obviously, but like he's the wizard everybody knows
Yeah.
in like popular culture.
Yeah.
He's the meme guy. Like, so, oh my god.
Maybe they're allowed to call him something like Gandalf the eggshell, or Gandalf the
Yeah,
off-white.
the off-white.
Yeah.
That we both went there. Oh, fuck.
I mean,
I'm so nervous for
Someone
this.
tortured him. Long
I
before
swear
the
to God,
Green
if that
Dam
looks like
The darkness grows beyond our borders. My people are growing anxious. We cannot let this evil linger among us.
oh, it is.
oh, that's
We
100%
believe
supposed to be
that you
Thranduil and fucking Gandalf.
That's what I feared.
Wizard, yeah.
What did he hope
Yeah,
to
they
find?
couldn't
I
even
wonder?
get it. Okay, yeah, they definitely didn't have a full license for this. There's no fucking.
Leave us. I want to hear what he has to say.
Just so we're really sure who to blame for this, they put their name up again.
If they
Why
really
don't
want
we
you
start
to
with
know.
your name?
Ooh.
Your
oh,
real
okay,
name.
alright.
Not the one others.
Hey, Sale, how you doing?
Hi guys. I have so many issues and we are seconds into.
Very well.
Once we
Let
get
us
through these
try
credits, I will
someone
pause
else's
it because
name.
I've got a few things I want to talk about.
Bilbo
Good. I
Baggins.
would love to
Oh,
hear your thoughts.
Bilbo Baggins by name.
Yes. you
This
remember
looks
him.
like the books. This illustration style.
Yeah,
He
this
found
this
you.
this is
More
this.
than
I'd almost.
60 years
You know, it's
ago.
funny because again,
Deep underneath the roots of the Misty Mountains.
these guys are the ones who make these more artsy point and click
He
games.
took
So
Yeah.
something from you.
I would have been okay if they just done that.
A ring.
I probably would have been cool.
Following the books by.
You were looking for it.
Following them, so
Weren't you?
not like it didn't even say based on the books. Just following them.
You
Yeah,
left
loosely
your home in
following.
the mountains, worming your way down the hills, always hiding from the moon. You follow the hobbit's trace all the way east to the lonely mountains.
Actually, incorrect.
But then you stopped and turned south. Why? Something must have drawn you away. A voice calling you to the land of shadow.
I can't pause it yet, Si. but
Whispering your
You need to have a
name in
notepad
your
and pen to write down all your objections to them.
Now,
Here we go, right, Lord of the Rings Golem. I was bad with COVID the other week. I'm doing much better now. Thank you. Glad to hear it, Sel.
Once
And
again.
we had a great time yesterday in the
What
cooking
is
stream, but
your
don't worry,
name?
there'll be time for you to jump into the next one.
Eagle.
Smeagol.
Very well, Smeagol. Now, let us start at the beginning.
Mordor, Mount Cirith Ungol, year 3012 of the Third Age. All right, let's pause it there. So the vibe I'm getting so far, as I said to you just before we started streaming, was like between 10 and 20 years ago, whenever like a film would come out, like if there was going to be a new Terminator film, or there was going to be like that Matrix, the second of the Matrix films that came out, or like the early days of like the Fast and the Furious, they'd always bring out these really like half-baked film tie-ins on like the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3. They don't do them so much anymore, because they know that if they do them well, they can actually make decent money from them. But it was always like the cousin of the main character, or like a family member of the main character, or you never played as Neo, but you played as like, you know, some other rando within that world. This is exactly the vibe.
I agree. Yeah, because this is very much, and I think I understand where the idea behind this, I thought was, you know, cool. Like, okay, you want to do a game more about Gollum's story. That's awesome. I thought, great, that's a cool idea. But what they've done is they've, instead of like maybe talking about his past, or maybe like trying to tie in something from further back, like all they did was take the Fellowship of the Ring, and instead of it being from like Frodo's point of view, it's from Gollum's point of view.
Yeah.
And it's very much giving me like 1990s. We tried, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whenever I hear stories like that, you know, if people want to go back to franchises or IP and like create, you know, a new story within that world, sometimes it works, but sometimes I think there's a reason they told it from like Frodo's fucking perspective and not Smeagol's perspective or Gollum's perspective.
Like, what was he the entirety of? I'm so curious to see where this game goes with this too, because it's like, what the hell do you think he was doing other than tracking and following Frodo the entire fucking time, unless he was being tortured by somebody? Like, are we gonna have a weird like scene where we get like he can't escape the torture happened? I'm so curious, but I'm so just
Terrified.
you know, yeah, like they're and again, the art style for this company, when they do, or for other games they've done, when they got into that storybook drawn thing, that was cool. That looked interesting. That looked neat. I would have rather seen a full game of that.
Yeah.
With more of a story point and click vibe.
Or like a Telltale Games game.
Yeah, or like a Telltale Games vibe.
Yeah.
Versus, here's a little bit of what we're actually good at. And then here's our toupee wearing, wrong eye colored, slightly muscular Gollum creature with Wizard and Elven King, because you can't even say the actual trademarked name
like,
of the characters.
Like, there's a place for this Golem in the world, you know? Like, the Golem you get in the films, like, he's thin, he's, like, you know, balding, he's just, like, he's left aside, he's, like, discarded. You can see this guy being, like, turned around. Like, somebody could come and give him a bit of a makeover.
Yeah, like, it's almost like as if he hadn't perished at the end of the entire trilogy, could have been his story, like, in recovery from the ring. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Gollum lived, the ring died, Gollum makes a full recovery, grows his hair back, he starts looking more human again, or, I'm sorry, more hobbit again.
Yeah.
Well, like, what? Just carry on. I'm writing notes down.
Good. The plan is to play this maybe today and tomorrow, pass judgment if we want to continue playing it, and then either send it back or keep going. Keep playing it ironically, maybe, but yeah.
That bird has 100% put his weight on that fucking bird. Where even are we? Is this meant to be Mordor?
I have no clue.
and not blue. I can't even get past the main character.
Let me see if I can get a real close up for you.
Oh, it's so bad. What
Oh,
happened to his
where'd he go?
nose?
He put the ring on.
Wait, what? Oh my god, Pletz, shut up.
On, off, on, off.
Have you tried turning your Gollum on and off again?
My Gollum's grown hair. Have you tried turning him on and off again?
Why did he jump like that?
Wee, wee. This is how he's going to commute in this game, I've decided.
Fucking frog. Why is he jumping like a frog?
Oh, game over, you died.
Oh my god! I can't.
Oh, God. I love that it...
Guys, that lasted. Was a great game, good stream.
Oh, God. I love that it doesn't like just respawn you or something. It's like, no, that's it. That's it, you're done.
You fucked
Yes,
up.
that's you done. Restart from last checkpoint. Okay. Are you sure you want to load the last checkpoint? What else the fuck am I supposed to do?
You're right. No, let me restart the entire game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to actually do that again. I'm going to launch myself.
absolutely.
Nothing.
Days near, go back to your cave.
He's still there. He just kind of... He falls down like this and he kind of stops. And then it's just game over. It's like he hits an invisible, like, plateau or something.
Oh my god. Also, it. I have issues with some of the stuff that they said in that like animatic bit
Yeah.
with the story,
Mm.
but it's not even worth pointing it out because it's so. Only if you've really read the books.
We've got somebody, a first-time chat, Galdamesh. Even the game asks you if you're sure you want to keep playing this game. 100 fucking percent.
So right.
Welcome in. We're playing this.
Oh.
We're kind of playing this ironically today. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but my friend Sayuri Azuma over there knows the books fairly well, and so they're here to just give a different kind of perspective. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, we barely even start. We've been going for
Why
20
is his
minutes. We
head
barely
have
started
you
the game yet.
noticed The way his head's shaped when you get close up on him. He has like a cephalopod noggin. Like, why is the back of his head so long? Oh, why? Ew. Also, his nose is like.
Wait a minute. Let's get a good shot of this if we can.
Like, why is. What is the hair? I can't with the hair. I cannot.
Oh my god. Yeah. This is a little bit of public service announcement. Sayuri is no longer Sayuri_Azuma, but thank you. Oh, we've got another first-time chat. See, can I just say, I love that people who love Lord of the Rings are coming in to see this. TMG Princess, welcome in.
I'm so sorry that this is not going to live up to any expectations if you really, truly love Lord of the
Yeah, I'm playing the game. Sayuri over there is a streamer as well. Please follow Sayuri Azuma. They are a bit of a Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, let's say expert. And so they're giving it another kind of perspective, but thank you for coming in. If anybody's thinking of getting this game,
Don't.
Galdamesh, thank you for the follow. If anybody's thinking of getting it, just don't. Just watch us play it. Yeah. So here we are. Scythe, anything?
No, just please, let's see where yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
The best review title I saw, and I think most of the people in the Discord know this, was Boil It, Mash It, Stick It in the Bin was the best one I saw.
It's honestly, it's really good. You know, it almost looks like he took the crow feathers from the bird earlier and stuck them into his head.
Hmm.
And then they got wet.
Look at all this hair.
Grumpus, you don't understand. I have so many issues with the motherfucker jumps like a frog.
Yes, we did. It was because I was using the Discord website, not the Discord app, and I have the Discord app, so it was just a simple thing I didn't know
Far
about.
jump. I've got mad hops.
Yeah. So the big thing so far is that we don't know. We don't like how Golem looks. If anybody wants to see the eye color as well.
Eye color's wrong. Motherfucker's wearing a toupee. It looks like his nose got stung by a bee.
Oh. Okay. What do we think
all
about
his
this, chat?
movements are off. Oh my god.
TMG Princess, I'm having issues with his movement. Yeah, I mean, if so today, what we're doing today is I'm not really playing the game today. I'm going to take what the audience and what Sub wants me to do, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So if you want me to do anything in particular, please say so. But the last thing we're doing today is like, doing the story. We're just
It's a fuck around and find out kind of day, and boy golly, are we finding out.
Yeah, TMG Princess, the hair can be acceptable as pre-Golem in Lord of the Rings. I think this is. Did Sai say this was the same time?
The issue is,
Yeah.
I looked this up because I wanted to know for sure when this was supposed to be set. The issue is this is meant to be set during the Fellowship of the Ring. It's just from Gollum's point of view instead of from everyone else's point of view. It just, I don't understand how this story is going to progress. I'm curious. But yeah, this is literally set during Fellowship, so take that with what you will.
Yeah. And well,
yeah,
that's just unacceptable.
completely unacceptable.
Yeah, and it's Gandalf was referred to as wizard as well, and somebody's referred to as Elven
again.
King.
Yeah, so Gandalf is wizard, and Thranduil, or a character that looked very Thranduil, was, which doesn't make any sense anyway because he's not even in. Anywho, so he's just Elven King, which makes me think like, if this is set during Fellowship, are we gonna at some point hit Frodo and Sam in them? And if so, are they just gonna be Hobbit 1, 2, 3, 4?
Short man 1, short man 2.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this isn't the glossy mane of a younger Gollum. Like, this isn't... I even said if they had attempted to
So you talk to the orc.
make this a story about his past and him before being corrupted by the ring, that could have been maybe, but it's not. It's just not. The voice is not great. It's again, I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan. Like, have read all of Tolkien's work, have read, watched the movies and everything a bajillion times. So, yeah, I feel you guys' pain. Don't worry. You're not alone.
Yeah, we've talked about the fact that this feels like a Golem that's, is on the way up. Might be back on the dating scene, has got some... What was it? Was it Rogaine, did you say?
Yeah. We decided he's got some Rogaine. He's on Grinder, trying to, he's been doing some push-ups here and there.
Yeah. I really want to get some of these incredible... Rich Jones 91. Genuinely, if someone said this was early days PS2, I'd believe them. We 100%. Rich Jones, we're talking about the fact that, do you remember about between 10 and 30 years ago? Sorry, between 10 and 20 years ago, you'd get these weird PS2 tie-in games where it was called something like The Fast and the Furious something, or The Matrix something, or Terminator something. And they were all dog shit, and you'd never play as Arnold Schwarzenegger or the T-1000. You'd play as, the cousin or something, or somebody with some weird, tangential link to the main character. Yeah.
It said Rogaine, he would use Fisher. Yes. Princess, I'm exactly the same way. So, trust me, when Platt said, you know what, do you want to sit on this? I went, yes, because I wouldn't spend this kind of money on a game today anyway.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think there's very many that are worth it to begin with. But
Yeah. It's an interesting... Oh, here we go. Quick, wait a minute. We'll just pause for this cutscene. Quick point of order. So brand new AAA games in the UK come out as between £60 and £70.
Yep.
I pre-ordered
about
this
right.
at 45, and the day of release, or the day I received it, they said, "Oh, guess what?" Amazon said, "Guess what? We're giving you a £5 reduction because they've moved the price down to £40." So this is 2/3 the price of a normal AAA game, because I think they've known, the creators know, is it Deedlick? They know that it's dog shit.
Yeah.
So they've tried to
Like-
get you to, you know, they're taking the temptation away of getting your money back. So, yeah.
Yep. And
Golem's
also,
cousin Callum. Yes.
Ping, if they Ping, if they had done a game with Radagast, I would have been okay with that. I would have been 100% okay with a Radagast game. But no, that's not what they decided to do. And yes, I think we should start calling him Callum.
Callum, wait, yeah, he's Callum from now on. That's perfect.
Callum.
Callum. Callum.
Oh, there's just a dragon. Also, his teeth.
Oh, I've seen his teeth in
Why?
a still.
Where? What is? Is that meant to be a Nazgul?
So that was the whole
Or,
clip we just saw, just to introduce some kind of dragon. Would anybody like to see what happens when we? Oh, wait, can you see these raindrops, Si? Where they're landing off the branch and you're still seeing them collide.
Oh my god.
Can you see that?
Oh, yes, I can.
Guys, can we see
Holy
this?
shit.
Raindrops just impacting where there's nowhere to impact. I mean, I'm not really standing on it anymore, am I? I'm kind
So
of.
we don't think that they had full permission for this?
We're
Because,
curious.
again, they're not using Gandalf's name, they're not using, like, any other name so far except for Gollum. So I'm wondering if some of the stuff was, like, up for grabs, and
Yeah.
then they couldn't touch the rest of it.
Yeah, the one thing we do know is that Deedlick have the rights to another Lord of the Rings game. Another, so we don't know what it's going to be, but they're already at work on it. They might get those rights taken away, because I've seen reviews of this that give it a 0 out of 10.
At this point, they really should have it revoked if
Yeah.
they have any rights at all.
Yeah, most of them are like 4 out of 10, the reviews I've seen. But people just call it like a disgrace. That people, I've heard
4 out
people
of-
say that this is medium damaging, as in the medium of computer games in general. I don't know if people know about.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know if people know about the story of the ET game. This was for like the NES. It was made in a week, I think. There's a documentary about it on Netflix. But it was so bad that Nintendo bought up or got all the rest of the copies and they buried them in the desert because they just didn't want it. That was the equivalent of like a tax write-off back in the day. Oh, the Atari
Yeah.
2600. Nice one, Grumpus. Yeah, the story of that is on Netflix if anyone wants to see it.
So, Ping, I actually said that too. So, at the beginning of the game, they did, because again, the company that made this data leak is they have done those in the past. They've done the sort of artsy, graphic novel sort of looking games, and they did sort of an animatic about that with just story. I would have preferred that. It looked cooler. It looked like, give me a point-and-click game with the story at this point. I don't care, but it was better than what they've actually created.
You think about the Telltale games and how popular they are. And even, what's
I
that?
miss Telltale.
Yeah, what's that one that you were playing? The Devil...
Oh, I was playing Wolf Among Us.
Wolf
which is
Among
all the
Us.
fairy tales.
Yeah. Like do it like something like that as well, I think.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
A Lord of the Rings Telltale would be... It's unfortunate that Telltale went under.
Yeah. Talk to Orc Skull. I mean, but look at these fonts as well. I mean, like, are we picking too... Is it too low-hanging fruit to sort of go after the fonts? Does anyone remember Avatar? When the Avatar... Rich Jones 91, thank you so much for the follow. Go on, fella, run for your life.
Go on, fella, run for your life.
Does anyone remember when Avatar, the first one, came out and people were like, why is the font papyrus?
Yeah, like...
Why was the font
like,
papyrus? SNL did a whole sketch about the fact that they'd used papyrus.
No nice friend was
I feel like... They're, like...
not tricksing us now, is
I have, like, a little RPG 8-bit game maker on my computer that I could just make little games with. I have more access to fonts through that, and the fact that these guys are an actual gaming company, and
Yeah.
these are the fonts you're using?
Again, and let's not forget these people had an extra year to work on this. It was meant to come out, I think, a year ago.
Oh, God. Yeah, they delayed it. Again, they should have just... why?
Look at
Why
the
is this
lighting
hell?
on this.
Like, the lighting, awful. The shading, terrible. The His hair color has completely changed just because of the lighting.
His hair is
He
grown,
went
I
from-
think. There's more hair now.
Oh no!
Look at his
Oh,
eyes
no.
as well.
Yeah, you can literally see into his skull.
Oh,
And the nose is
Oh.
so...
what's that red in his eye?
Wait, yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's like we are a cameraman, and the red
What
of our
is-
light to say we're live is reflecting into his eyes.
What is that? Is that meant to be like his eyes are reflective in the light? Because that's also like, I mean, he did have sort of a yellow reflective in light because of living in a cave for so long, but not like a sniper rifle red. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yes, Smeagol's trying to fucking escape out of his head. He does that. I fucking...
Boing, boing, boing.
I mean, we're literally just a frog in a cave at this point.
Yeah.
It's like a naked mole rat,
Birds for
but it's frogs.
Stupid soul.
That's a really good idea, Ping.
Ping, that's fucking genius.
100%. Love to see that.
I'm so down for that. Holy shit. Yeah, genius. Keep that in your brain, because you know I'm gonna forget.
And don't ask me to remind you either, because I'll forget. That's the Tolkien estate taking aim at this monstrosity. Rich Jones, you'll get on very
If-
well here. Yeah, there is
I
a
wish they
Discord, by the way,
would.
if anyone likes to join the Discord. Yeah, that's where we keep the schedule. We'll be playing this again tomorrow. Will we be able to tempt Cyrezuma back for a second day? Who knows?
Yeah. If you stream at the same time, I could jump in before my stream.
Okay.
100%.
And no one ever saw you.
Wizard off. Yeah. Gollum off.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that they felt the need in the subtitles to put the parentheses of like off to say
Yeah.
like, oh, they're not on the screen. No
Yeah.
shit, Sherlock, we can fucking see the screen. Clearly, Gollum's on the screen. He's off the. Oh my Christ.
New objective: hunt the spy.
Nasty bird. It watches us.
Technically,
It spies on us. Catch it. Grab it. Throttle it.
and I know he was a climber, but like, he didn't leap 6 feet up a wall and then climb.
Spider Golem.
God, we're like a spider monkey.
Oh, R2 sprint towards the wall. So do we think of him as a sprinter?
I mean, yeah, he was kind of. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna. What
Welcome in, Darth.
Let's see what his sprinting looks like.
I can just hear the sighs. The sigh.
Yeah,
That's
the
all I
size
can
sides
hear.
are gonna be very exponential with this. Like, he could be speedy, but he was not sprinting at walls and like. And I get that it's a video game. His nose is so long.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about, I know obviously this is a really unfair comparison. We're talking about a company that makes like point and click games, and this is their first adventure into something a bit 3D. But like one of the last games I played on the PS5 was like Horizon Forbidden West. This is just, you know, like the childish doodlings scribbled on the wall. Compared to that, it's just
Yeah. Like, even the environment is not
Oh,
impressive in any way. Oh. Oh no! Also, the fact that if he gets close enough to the screen that you could just see into him, like, I feel like I'm playing, like, Ranch Simulator.
I feel like I'm playing Phasmophobia.
Yeah!
Oh, this is wall climbing, wall running rather. Oh, okay.
While running?
There we go.
What are we, a lizard? Yeah, Ping the nose is really, really grinding my gears. Like, the hair was an awful thing, and then the second that we got to his actual face, like, what the fuck is that nose? I mean, this is a hobbit that spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years being corrupted by this ring to become what he is, and they were just like, yeah, slap a toupee on him and, give him a nose job.
Did somebody say that he looks less grey than he should do? He looks a bit more like pinkier than he should do.
Yeah, he definitely. I think he looks like a naked mole rat.
Callum the naked mole rat.
Callum the naked
Dirty
mole
little
rat.
spy.
I like it.
Squeeze it. Yes.
And I'd like
squeeze
to
the
not,
closer.
completely bash this company, because I like games that they've made.
Da, da,
But if you're going to, oh, that's an interesting I'm being hurt system. Ah!
I just wanted to see what would happen.
I'm so glad you did. We just saw all of the eyeballs from the inside out.
I do these things so that you don't have to, kids.
Right? And I just, I would like to not have to completely bash them, but if you're gonna take on a franchise as big as something like The Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
you have to do it right, especially considering the amount of technology that we have for video game creation today.
Yeah. Tell me, Sai, that this cobweb isn't as the level of the film the game Medieval for like the PS1.
Yeah, this is giving me like when the Lord of the Rings films came out, and I believe this was on PS2. They made some Lord of the Rings games based on the films. Like, there's a Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring game out there, and I almost want to say that if I were to go back and look at it, that it would be pretty spot on graphically to this.
I felt similar when I was playing Gotham Knights. The fact that I think it was Arkham Knight came out 7 years prior to Gotham Knights coming out, and it was better in every way. Like, look at this. You can see the web just like kind of it's like I'm bouncing on it. It's weird.
I'm trying to look up and see what year that game came out.
That awful Helm's Deep level though.
2002. So the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring game came out in 2002, which is right on the heels of when the film came out.
Yeah.
Looking at the graphics for it, I'm not even joking when I say that it is genuinely like this game is maybe a slight step up graphically, in the sense that it maybe has more texture.
Yeah. Again, it sounds like a weird thing to critique, but if you look at the screen now, I can't get past that text at the top. Orcs. Stay in the bushes to remain hidden. It's so weird. We're not going to stay in the bushes, everyone. And by the way, if anybody wants me to do anything, please tell me what you want me to do. If you want me to... I'm play testing this so that you don't have to get it. If you want me to launch myself off something, attack people, die on purpose, just let me know. I think we're probably going to die on purpose here. Then we might set ourselves on fire again, because there's
yes. Also,
oh, okay.
no.
There was no fight sequence.
Hold on.
We were not launched off the cliff. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And again, game over, you've been discovered. They look like Canva fonts. They really do.
Hold on. I know, right, Ping? I'm not saying that you have to be a big Lord of the Rings fan to make a Lord of the Rings game. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But maybe, just maybe, look up what a fucking orc looks like from this franchise before you create whatever fucking monstrosity was just on the screen. Also, why do every single one of these characters so far have round, bulbous noses? I need to see these orcs again, please, please.
The
It's
thing
gonna
is,
hurt,
we're
but
gonna. I
need
can get
it.
close to them, but they're gonna keep turning around and immediately. Welcome in. I want to say Keybism. Welcome in. We're playing this so that you don't have to, my friend. I'm playing the game. My friend Soru Azuma, who is a streamer too, is a Tolkien expert. So yeah, if you want, if you want me to do anything on purpose, let me know. We're playing this so that you don't have to.
I mean, look
But
at
welcome
the
in.
look at the fucking like what's meant to be embers is literally just like a it looks like something that you shine from a projector onto your garage at Christmas time. I'm sorry, your garage.
Oh my.
Like,
Oh
they
my god!
don't-
Look at the flame. Can you see the line at the top of the flame?
Hold on, move.
Oh shit! I'm in the way, aren't I?
You're in
Damn
the
it.
way.
Let's try it this way. Oh god! Wait a minute. Can you? Oh, if you look at the flame.
Now I'm in the way.
No, I think I'm in the way, and it's the only angle I can get it from. I think. Yeah, there. Can you see the
You
line?
can see where it stops.
Yeah.
Where the actual graphic that they used cuts off.
Yeah. Can you see that?
You have got to be fucking kidding me.
I just
And
noticed that on like
also-
the off chance.
The harsh red lighting whenever he's near an open flame, like he suddenly gets a giant red spotlight on him. Like there's no attempted action backwards jump. Oh my god, please launch yourself back. Oh damn.
Keepism
God.
wants to play it. Let me know if you want me to do any weird shit in the game, and we'll see what we can do for you. I really
know
don't.
that you like.
He's alive.
No, it's look. Save your money. Please don't spend a full price on this game.
Orcs mustn't see
They don't
us.
deserve it. Those are not orcs.
Yeah. So the thing that happens, Keepism, you may have missed it. If I so it says stay in the bushes, but I don't want to stay in the bushes. I want to attack them. But then I'll just immediately get.
Like, I
Game
wanna get
overed.
as close- Look at that. They're purple. Why are they purple? And why do they look like they have big dog nose faces? Ah,
Painful.
and like why? That's such a fucking opportunity.
Yeah.
You squandered it away.
Quirkle.
Captain, my captain.
Hello,
Turn
Quirkles.
back now, Captain. It's not worth it.
Turn your ship around, Quirkles, quick. Can we get some shout outs? Thank you, Bast. I appreciate you.
Dang, that is judgy.
How was your stream, Quirkles? It was lovely to be there earlier.
Sims 4 has better graphics than this.
You finished it. Nice. Nice.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Purples.
Yeah, me and Sai are currently just dunking on Gollum. We're having a great time. Should I see if I can get another close up? Maybe I can like run away from them when they turn.
Maybe.
Can we look at these faces? Can we get some?
It's not. I'm sorry. That is not. It looks almost like a lion face, like a weird humanoid lion. They're not purple. And what is that bright orange? Oh, my soul. Parts of my soul are shredding off right now
Yeah.
and being like sucked into the ether.
Yeah. I think we'll move on from this part now because we've dunked on the orcs enough. They are
They're
country orcs.
orcs. We're used to city orcs.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for the clip, Galdamesh. I appreciate you. All right, we'll try and get past this bit now.
Like
But again,
that,
look at
what
these
was
fucking
that was just
cobwebs.
in here, the cobwebs.
They are straight out of
Everything.
2002. Don't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like I'm time traveling right now.
Cautions now. Best speed. Orcs mustn't see us.
Let's
don't-
do the time warp.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh, R2 and X for the level 5 jump. Yeah, I'd already forgotten.
Isn't that
mean, the orc voices aren't awful. They're more orcish than Gollum is Gollumish.
Yeah, the thing I think is most egregious so far was the flame. Oh, am I fighting these guys or not? No. Yeah,
No,
that's
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
think-
it's just a game over again.
He just punched him in the face! It just clocked.
Just clogged them.
So apparently this is not a we fight game, which is fine. Like, Gollum's definitely not a fighting individual. He's definitely more of a
Guessing I'm just like
surrounding-
sprinting away.
Yeah. Even the cutscenes, like,
Look at the
not like
weapons.
They
The
left
weapons are dog shit. They look like they're made of plastic. That looks like they've taken the toys that will not be made from this game.
This game is gonna make me fucking puke.
Oh god, they look like plastic. It's ridiculous.
The armor
And
is
that's
this
how
is
far
straight
you
up out of
ever went into
2002.
Mordor.
We never left the clouds. Why is it asking
Oh,
us?
please launch backwards right now.
Oh, I did try.
They won't even let you. Wow.
Just disappeared through the stone.
You 100% did.
Like I love this is like the first level as well. We've spent like 50 minutes on the first level, just
That's how far
absolutely
you
like
ever went,
pulling it to
Mordor.
pieces.
And again, I like other things that Daedalic has done. I just
Do you know what this makes me think, Si? Daedalic, who are
What?
doing their point and click games, perfectly content with them, people liking them. They're quite, artsy. They're like a little indie kind of developer, and they've tried to make this, but they've not hired a single extra person. They're still using their indie skeleton crew to make
yeah,
this.
it feels like it gives me that vibe, or it gives me we need money.
that's how
What's a
far
good
you ever
franchise
went
that we
into
could
Mordor.
get money from, and then
Never left the clouds. Why is it asking
I
us?
don't want to say that they half-assed it. I don't want to like. I want to try to give them the benefit of the doubt that they really did try for their first go around.
Two of them.
I think that's the problem. If they
But-
if they full ass this, Si, then we're in.
I know.
Then we've
That's
got
what I'm saying.
problems.
Like, if they sat there and they looked around at all of the other big name games that are out there right now, like Elden Ring and Horizon and just all of this stuff that's been coming out that are these bigger name games in the last year or two, and they saw them and then they compared this to that and went, yeah, this looks good. Why does his skin look so flaky on his cheeks?
He's got some pretty bad acne.
He's got psoriasis. They gave him hair and psoriasis and a lumpy head.
All this is.
Poor Smeagol.
Look at his teeth. Look at his teeth.
My
His teeth look so bad. Why are they so? They're.
don't listen.
I just don't understand.
This is such a long cutscene, considering what we're actually seeing.
Yeah.
I bet the game is like 5 hours long, and so they've got to have these cutscenes to really,
Yeah,
like,
to drag it out.
yeah.
I mean, it's just the fact that they couldn't even get his eye color correct hurts. And I remember who said it, but I know somebody in chat was like, unless they had gotten Andy Serkis to do the voice, then it's not ever gonna live up to the standard.
Yeah.
Follow, but quiet.
But
Stay in the shadows.
there are talented enough voice actors out there
Forget birds.
that
feel-
could probably mimic real close to what Andy Serkis can do.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
feel
like
like
they
there are
didn't even
levels,
try.
you know? There's like,
Yes.
if Andy Serkis is the 10, we're like at a comfortable 3 here.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
you can- you
I
can
would've
get a
been
7.
okay with like a 6, 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Then they send their bloodhounds, and that's
I mean, even like the little like what is that meant to be, a map? The bar?
I think it's a proximity bar.
But if it's a proximity bar and you were just up their asses, then what's the point of the proximity bar? What is it telling us?
I have
How
no
close
clue.
to their asses we are?
Who's there? Who do you think? Open up!
I presume I'm not supposed to go in the door.
So they
No,
never
I
caught you.
would assume
Mustn't
not.
lose them.
Then why are there torture
They
marks
set
on
the
the
studio up to fail, basically. Daedalic was not prepared for a project of this size and would not provided the budget or personnel, it seems, agreed.
That's what it seems like. Either my question is this something they chose to do? And if it is, they really didn't think it through. But if this isn't something that they necessarily chose to do and they just felt forced into it, then I almost feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Because again, I've seen the other stuff that they've done, and they're good at storytelling, they're good at other things. Not this.
You might need to play... Are there any Daedalic games on PlayStation? Because I feel like one of us needs to play a good
I
one
can
to redeem them.
Lure them into her webs and then...
War, that's what's brewing. Folks high up are getting tense.
Daedalic games. Don't hit me with the Gollum. Look, I'm already suffering through that right now. Don't you be throwing that curse at me again.
Blackguards 1 and 2 are great turn-based action games by them. Interesting. I can safely say I've never heard of them.
Okay, nope, I forgot about Blackguards. My brother, I believe, plays Blackguards, and it's, again, not bad.
Go high.
Oh, they made a game that I really love called Deponia, which again is a point-and-click game, but it has a great story. It's very funny, great characters.
We're about to do an ambush.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. No, now. That's our stench.
Okay.
That was it. That was.
I presume I have to tap triangle. It didn't say to tap triangle when I was crawling up to him. Or maybe it did. I'll try that again.
Nice and helpful.
Oh, we're going all the way back here. Sweet Jesus.
Oh, are you serious? Ay, 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 ay.
Right, let's do a quick sprint through here.
Now, let's put it this way. So, I have a Daedalic game on my list to stream in the next couple of weeks called Silence.
Oh, nice.
That looks really good. So, I'm gonna play that and go into it being prepared to compare it to this.
We're just absolutely dunking on this game.
I get wanting to try to do something more, but at the same time, you also have to sometimes recognize, stick with what you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that it sent you this far back is really obnoxious.
Grab the ledge below.
Like so it did the cutscene, but it's not gonna save after a cutscene.
Yeah.
Like every other game out today saves after a cutscene. I mean, old games saved after cutscenes.
Can we? No, we can't save. I was just checking.
So there's no save, and the autosave seems very oddly spaced.
Yeah.
Oh, live there. Yes, hiding from the great eye, methinks. Long gone.
I'm wondering if it saves per level,
Maybe.
but also how do you know when a level is over? As far back as I can remember of all the times I've been playing video games, cutscenes usually meant. Look at the drawing of the circle.
So I've heard.
That was a beautiful circle.
Which way are we going?
I honestly don't
How
know.
did you find it?
I feel like there was a clear path before and now there's not.
Yeah, I think that's back the way we
You
came.
cannot sleep now, but I shall do.
Yeah, that definitely looks backwards. But then
This game looks backwards.
this game is backwards. This game is hurting my soul.
Is there something we were meant to climb?
I don't see anything.
I feel like there was a...
Did we literally get sent backwards and then get lost because the
You
game
must have had
doesn't give you
friends
actually
once.
directions or like a
A
map?
family.
I want to say yes.
Cast us out.
Is that meant to be Gollum's drawings of like his past? Because
Yes, it was.
yeah, he's talking about it like those are pictures of his past, which is
Perhaps she helps us.
odd. But again, that brings me back to
Spies on us.
gaming companies throwing out games that aren't completely finished and then being like, we'll patch the bugs later. That's why I don't pay full price for fucking games anymore.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna pay you $60 to $70 for a game that's not even done and has bugs and glitches and doesn't look great? Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't remember whether it was Forspoken or Gotham Knights had like a, was it like a 50 gigabyte patch on day one? The installation of it, I think it was Forspoken. The game and the day one patch were over 100 gig.
That's insane.
Yeah. For Forspoken, and it looked like dog shit. It wasn't quite the unsalvageable car crash that everybody made it out to be. It was like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 game, which isn't a good game. But this
No,
is obviously
it's-
comfortably worse. But that's
Yeah.
too many games are being released broken at the moment.
Yes, I completely agree. Like it's just it feels like it's let's just get it out, we'll get the money, and like because nobody seems to complain about it as much anymore, we're just I guess used to it. That doesn't hold the gaming companies accountable. And they're just like, yep, here you go.
Yeah.
And I'd rather wait and have a completely playable, fully flushed out game
Yeah.
and pay $70 than this shit happen.
100%.
Yeah,
No, R2 did not want to work then.
we do kind of have to accept the fact that they definitely missed on this one.
Swing and a miss.
I mean, I'm not gonna rip them apart.
It will tell the wraiths and squeal.
And in the nicest way too. Like, I'm not trying to be like you're a shit gaming company. I just want gaming companies to understand, like, I see you. I see how good you've done in the past. I've seen the awesome storytelling and gameplay and game creation that you've done in the past. Next time, take your time. If
Yeah.
you actually genuinely care about game making and you're not just in it for the money and you actually want to create games that people are going to truly love, next time, take your time. And if you can't get the licensing for something, maybe move on to something you can get the licensing for.
Yeah, you can't. We can't all be Rockstar, you know. We can't all
No,
be
exactly.
Santa Monica. We can't all be who makes Sucker Punch, you know. Some
Yeah,
people
we
have to
you
accept that
can't-
their thing is point and click, and they
Yeah.
can excel at point and
They
click.
can excel at it. Half or more than half of what I stream is indie games.
Yeah,
So like, there is a huge place for them in the gaming world. Where not everyone is going to be BioWare and everything. Like, it's just not feasible. But maybe they feel like they had to live up to some kind of weird expectation.
yeah. Hertfordshire, just AM25 from London. Nice. Well, very nice to meet you. I'm a variety streamer. But today and tomorrow, we're going to be joined by Sayuri playing this game, just seeing what it's about. I feel like we've got a fairly good idea of what it's about already. But I'm hoping we can eventually get through this first level and see if some kind of
There's
story
more.
beats start to emerge.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is so far all we've done is wander around what I'm assuming is Mordor. Oh my god, what are you doing?
I don't know. I look like Spider-Man all of a sudden, and I'm not sure how I made this happen.
You are slithering across the floor, and I hate everything about it.
Dun-la-la-la-la. Dun-la-la. Look, I'm scaling a building site.
Yeah, on the ground. You're flat on the ground going, look guys, I'm climbing the building.
I'm climbing. I'm climbing up the side of a building.
We're so
Matty boy, it's pretty fucking bad.